sketchbooks belonging to a British costume designer who created the famous outfits in the original Star Wars trilogy are being put up for auction for £300,000. John Mallow, who died aged 86 last year, created costumes for many of the film's most iconic characters such as Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia and Obi-Wan Kenobi. He also designed the iconic white and black uniforms worn by stormtroopers as well as TIE fighter and X-wing pilots. A treasure trove of items from his career are being sold at London auctioneers Bonhams by his family, including notes and his sketchbook. They include a sketchbook from April 1975 to July 1976, when the first Star Wars film was in production. It contains the first hand-drawn costume designs for Harrison Ford's Han Solo character and Chewbacca. His sketch of Obi-Wan Kenobi was drawn before Sir Alec Guinness was officially cast, and so depicts the character as being much broader than in the film. Darth Vader also differs from the final regular edition and had a much larger back to his helmet, which sloped down his neck. Several of the drawings include handwritten annotations, including one in which he details what color and material he envisaged the costumes of stormtroopers should be. The snippets included one label that reads black webbing for straps and another that said Laura Ashley black and white pattern when describing the helmet. The book also served as Mr. Mallow's personal production and development diary, containing pages of costume budgets, production and meeting notes with director George Lucas. Share this article. Share a second sketchbook from between 1978 to 1979 includes costume designs for second Star Wars film The Empire Strikes Back. Catherine Schofield, head of entertainment memorabilia, said John Mallow created costumes that elevated characters to cult cinematic status, and this highly important archive of his notes and sketches demonstrates how brilliantly the designer merged fantasy and practicality. These sketchbooks are a unique part of cinema history, and in my experience I have seen nothing like this before. They will have immense appeal to collectors, and we're expecting the sale to go very well. Mr. Mallow was first commissioned by George Lucas to create outfits for Star Wars in 1975. Lucas was keen to avoid the stereotypical space-age look of earlier science fiction, and instead asked him to focus his designs on the pivotal concept of light versus darknesses. The director also tasked him with convincing the reluctant Sir Alec Guinness to play the part of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mr. Mallow recalled that it wasn't until he showed the actor his designs of a monastic brown cloak that he managed to talk him round. Tom Mallow, Mr. Mallow's son, said, "This collection is a very personal insight into my father's creative process. As these wonderful sketches demonstrate, he was a man of boundless imagination, but he never forgot the practical side of costume design, that actors had to be able to move and breathe and speak their lines." We can see him wrestling with these issues in his designs, and, of course, producing the wonderful solutions that gave life to the characters and have made them recognized and loved the world over. My father once said with typical understatement, "I think on the whole I did a good job." History has surely proved him right. The sale takes place on December 11th.